How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over how to go about unlocking all of your void chart points. I guess maybe not all of them, because if you are undoing all of them, you probably do not need my help with this video. But how to unlock the majority of them. You can see here they are tied under a lot of different things. Mainly they are tied under the actual zones themselves. And then there are 20 of them under path of progression. The ones under path of progression are the ones that probably most people are running into issues not getting them, or they don't have very many of them. And they're probably hidden behind little things that you might not have realized that you needed to do, or you didn't realize that there was actually more void shard points hidden behind those. First, we can go over some little tips and tricks for the earlier zones. So as you know, every single zone, you will end up getting void chart points as you complete the guardian for that zone. So as you do the boss for that zone for tier 6, you're going to end up getting a void chart point. You'll see the little void chart icon underneath the watcher when you can still get points from it, and you will see them also in the tree here when you have void chart points you can actually get from them. So you can get these for all levels of time mark 7. You can get these for all levels of time mark 8, and then you can get them for profound time mark 8 as well. Something you might not know is that when it comes to getting these on time mark 7, for example, is you can farm all of the boss invite, all the star shards that you need. You can farm these all on tier 7, and then you can go into tier 7-1 and 7-2 and use them in there. The cool thing that they do is for tier 7, when you go in to do the bosses for the first time, instead of them costing 8, they're only going to cost 4. If you haven't completed them yet. So it makes it to where you don't have to do as much. And then again, you can do all of these on tier 7 if you just want to farm up the 16 points you need, or the 8 points you need rather, on T7. You can just go right in and do the boss on T7-1 and then do the boss again on T7-2 if that's what you want to do. The same thing can be done on T8 as well. So you can do everything on time mark 0 on 8-0 and then just go in and do the bosses on time mark 1 and then the boss on time mark 2. And you can even go into profound. This will use the same boss invites that you have from time mark 8. So I've never done a profound map yet this league, but as you can see here, I have 15 star shards waiting for me from time mark 8. So when I get to that point where I feel like I can have the damage, or maybe I just know the fight well enough that I have the survivability to do this boss because I can do it without getting hit, then I can go ahead and hop in here and just do the profound time mark 8 boss without actually having to do any profound time mark 8 maps. The other big ones are, again, you get 2 of them from the first 2 levels of Traveler. So time mark 7 Traveler and time mark 8 Traveler. Time mark 8 Traveler can be done around 10 billion DPS if you have good defenses. I did it on even less than that. It does just mean the fight takes a little bit longer. If you watch my prior video, you can see it did take a while. I had to do some shenanigans to get there, but hey, we got them down, which is all that matters. Alternatively, we are at the point in League that if you are just really far away from it, you really want the void chart points and you don't want to wait, you can actually just ask in chat and ask for help. There's plenty of people now that have builds that are strong enough that they want to help people and they're happy to help people. And you can just ask them, and they can you can team up with them using the team up mechanic, and you can just join a team with them. They'll invite you or whatever, and you can just join and go and get your kill that way. So keep that in mind if you want to go that route. You always have that route. Just don't be afraid to ask for help. There's a lot of helpful people in chat. So outside of the ones that you can get from the Netherrealm themselves, there's a lot of them hidden here under Journey. As well as some of the other ones over here as well. So you can see there's some of them here under gear, or there's some of them here under skill. These ones are a little bit harder to get because of the fact that getting level 21 skills are very expensive this league. They made them extremely chase items, so getting this one is kind of hard. There may be some hidden behind this as well. I don't recall. I'll have to look it up. I know if you go on TLI DB, you can actually look up all of them again, but let's go over what I have, because the ones that I have are not that hard to get and they don't require an extreme amount of money or anything to do. So the good thing to keep in mind is, again, just make sure you're going through your list and taking a look at these, because most likely there's going to be a lot of easy things you can actually complete in here. You just need to take the time to go in and do it. The big one is here. People are probably missing their talent point from this as well. Doing a single Great Void boss is not too bad. Doing Keegan is probably the easiest one. He has the one from Dark Surge Invitations that uses Dark Edicts. He was the first one to exist, and because of that, I feel like he still has like the least amount of life out of all of them. And the fight is pretty simple because we all do it through the campaign already. So it's a fight we all know, and it's pretty much easy enough. And then the rest of the stuff, again, you can do City Defense one time. If you don't have friends already to do it with, you can again just ask in chat and someone will be happy to go do it. Supreme Showdown Floor 3, very easy. You can do that already by the time you're in Time Mark 7. The other big ones are when it comes to Journey. You can see here there are some things where it's like, oh, you need to reach a certain damage point or a certain life amount or certain survivals. For the training dummy, you can actually get tricky with this by buying some cheap pieces of gear in order to get your defenses. So when it comes to life, you can actually just buy like a Martyr Staff, the chest, which gives you 60% max life here. Or if you're already like an ES or life build, you can either buy Martyr Staff if you are life based, or if you're already ES based, you can buy Corrupted Bulwark for a ton of energy shield. You can use this to get yourself over that 7k threshold. You can also swap on auras, so if, for the sake of getting the defenses that it wants you to get, if you actually just go and equip full defensive auras, like take off all of your offensive ones and just go to the dummy and start it, that will be enough to help you trigger those caps very, very easily. Same thing goes with if you have any defense pact spirits, use those as well to swap into even an unrealistic setup. If it's not something you're actually going to do, just use it to apply the extra defenses, and it will help you cross those thresholds of what you need. So again, you don't actually need to have it be something you actually use. You can just kind of cheese your way through it. This, you only need to hit one of these. You don't actually need to hit all three at the same time. So keep that in mind. Same with the survival. It isn't too bad. Again, to get 70k, that's just, again, you equip all the defensive pets and defensive auras, and along with the same gear that you're using to get a ton of life, and your survival will end up hitting those values. So that's worth doing. Again, if you get to do these things here where you are trying to corrode some gear or do dream interpretation, things like that, just try to find a piece of gear that you already want to do it on anyways. Spend the money. I know it's kind of annoying, but just kind of do it at some point. And then you can see these other ones here where it's like, oh, you have to just basically use another realm resonance on a map in 7-0, 7-1, 7-2, etc. To come through. But again, a lot of people are probably stuck like here at this one here where they haven't done a Time Mark 5 or higher map with the fixes 5 times. The rest of the stuff they probably already did a long time ago, and they just didn't look in here and they weren't thinking about it, realizing that there's actually a bunch of void chart points hidden behind these, right? There's 4 at least here, and then there's a talent point hidden over here as well. So most people are missing a talent point on their actual character. So make sure you check these out. Make sure you're not ignoring Path of Progression. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, or you can catch me on stream on Twitch at CoffeeBns. I stream pretty much every day. So if you have any questions, again, let me know. And other than that, see you in the next one.